Hello, sports fans, and welcome to the Scott Sports 101 Monday Night Football post-game show. Well, we had a big game tonight in San Francisco, and it just ended just a little while ago in overtime. And then there were none. The Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers, their first loss of the season, as the Seahawks beat the 49ers 27-24 in overtime at Levi's Stadium in San Francisco, California. Russell Wilson says this is the craziest game he has ever been a part of by far, and this was a wild and bizarre game tonight. That's for sure. And this is the Seahawks' third win this season after trailing by 10 points. And this was one hell of a game tonight. This was just one of the best Monday night games by far. The 49ers had a 7-0 lead. They scored their first touchdown in the first quarter. Then they kicked a field goal. They were up 10-0 at the end of the first quarter. And the Seahawks just could not seem to do anything in the first quarter. But they did score their first touchdown in the second quarter. It was 10-7, 49ers. And it was Russell Wilson to Chris Carson for that. And it was 10-7 Niners at the break. And then at halftime, and then in the third, the Seahawks scored their second touchdown of the game, and the extra point was after was good. It was 14-10, Seattle, and then they scored another touchdown in the third quarter, and the extra point after was good, and it was 21-0, 21-10, 21-10, and then in the fourth. The Niners came back and scored a touchdown. It was 21-17. Actually, they kicked the field goal, and it was 21-13. And they scored another touchdown. It was 21-20, and then it was 21 all. It was tied. And then Seattle kicked the field goal in the fourth. It was 24-21. And then in the final seconds of the fourth quarter, they wanted to get a touchdown in the 49ers, but they weren't able to do it, so they got in the field goal range. And it was a 42-yard attempt, and it was good. And it sent the game into overtime at 24 all. And this was a wild overtime. Two times the Seattle should have intercepted, and they got into field goal. Well, Seattle had the ball first, and then the 49ers intercepted it after the second time. The first two times they had, and then the third time they intercepted it. And there were two times that Seattle should have intercepted it, but the 49ers tried to score a touchdown, and they couldn't do it, and they got in the field goal range. And it was another 42-yard attempt for Chase McLaughlin, but this time it was no good. It had no chance. So Russell Wilson got a second chance. So he tried for a touchdown. He couldn't do it the few times. He got into the 18 seconds left, and then they tried for another touchdown. It got to 4 seconds. Then they got Jason Myers all set up, and the timeout was called the 49ers, and they so had to kick it again. So he got to practice, but with 4 seconds left, Jason Myers kicks the game-winning field goal and has the San Francisco 49ers their first loss as the Seahawks beat them 27-24 in overtime. And Seattle goes to 8-2, and the 49ers fall to 8-1. And Jimmy Garoppolo did play well. He had, I think, 300 and some odd yards or something like that, but he played a good game tonight. But there's just too many mistakes they had tonight, the 49ers. But I have to give credit to where credit is due, and it's to the Seahawks. So they get the game balls. Russell Wilson, 24 of 34, carries an attempt, 232 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Chris Carson, 25 carries, 3 receptions, 89 yards rushing, 12 yards receiving, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. DK Metcalf, 6 receptions, 70 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Jacob Hollister, 8 receptions, 62 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Jason Myers had 9 points with his field goals, and he gets a game ball because he kicked the game-winning field goal, and I feel he deserves that, a game ball by far. We have a great Thursday night game to kick off Week 11, and that is the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers, right here in Cleveland at First Energy Stadium. And I feel the Browns need to win this one. It's going to be a short week of practices. It's going to be intense practices for you boys. I feel they're going to win this one. A lot of people are picking the Steelers to win, a lot of the media. But I feel the Browns are going to win this one by far because they need to do it. They're going to have the home crowd behind them, and I feel they need to get the win by far, and I think they're going to do it. And they'll be on Fox and NFL Network. The Chicago Bears and the LA Rams will be the Sunday night game from LA Memorial Coliseum in Los Angeles. And next Monday night, we got a great matchup. The Kansas City Chiefs will take on the LA Chargers in Mexico next week. So, and that'll be a great matchup. And for the picks, my brother-in-law and I both took San Francisco and lost. We were both 5 and 8. We ended up in a tie. We're both 3, 3, and 4 on our picks of the week. And so, just a wild game tonight between the 49ers and the Seahawks, but the Seahawks come away with the win. That's just about going to wrap it up for the Scott Sports 101 Monday Night Football pregame show. I'll be back with one of my regular Scott Sports 101 podcasts on Wednesday, but until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day, and every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1, I'm done.